Laughing in the dark.
Yeah, that's exactly right.
Exactly where we are right now, I think.
Yeah, we are kind of laughing out in the dark. We're trying to get a hold of our friends.
What happened to Bone?
I don't know.
Laughing in the dark.
Did you hear that on your camera? Did y'all hear that?
I haven't seen anything pop up on Facebook yet.
No.
Oh. On Chonda Pierce, not on Chonda Ruth.
I know I've searched for both, and it's just nothing's popping in. Shiloh's on.
Hi, Pastor. Shiloh is here. We are trying to get our friends on.
There it is.
What is it?
Yeah.
There it is.
It's a little bit of a delay.
Should be, yeah.
Well, you know, that's so if you say something really snotty. He's snotty. He came in here snotty.
I did
Didn't
not.
this happen last week? You came in here in a really bad mood.
I'm not in a bad mood.
Well, he came in here.
I'm not.
Okay, here's the thing. I have this new program I'm trying called Be Live. And look, people are chiming in. And I have friends awaiting to be seen on here. Let's see.
Let's introduce them.
First, we have Jeff Allen.
There he is.
Hey, Jeffro. And then
Can you hear him?
I can't hear you, doggone it. See?
You got him muted?
No, I don't have him muted. Are you there? Can you hear me?
I think you were right.
I was right. And now, somehow we've lost Bone. I don't know what happened to him.
Yeah, I think you're right. I think it was her end.
Somebody's talking. And there's Bone.
Can you see me?
It's coming.
So far, this is seamless.
This is a disaster. You guys, don't give up on me. See, I have been trying
I
this.
think you're good, Bone.
I'm trying this.
I think
Look,
it's on her end.
solo. There. Now look what we have.
But can we hear him?
But I can't hear you. I can't.
Jeff?
I can't hear Jeff.
Earth to Jeff. Come in, Jeff.
Here.
Over.
Take this phone. Look, and now here's Andrew Tenenbaum going. Second one would not be a. Oh, I know what you're saying. I see what you're saying.
All right, Bone, I think you're good. She's fixing it now. Is your video showing on your end?
I got 3 blocks, but nothing.
This is so exciting, y'all. Just look. Did you finish cleaning off your closets? Well, no.
Have you got audio on these yet?
Now, let's see. Hello? Hello? Can you hear me, Jeff? Everything on my end says on. Except I lost Bone. Oops, you selected microphone has been changed. You are now streaming from your default microphone. Got it.
So you're not using that mic anymore. Okay.
This, yep. Now.
What are you doing?
I think so.
Now what?
We're laughing in the dark.
I hear Bone, I just don't see him.
Okay, something just moved on.
Something's happening. I hear his voice, but I don't see him. And I'm hoping someone's going to call in from Beverly Hills, California, so you better get your act together.
She can hear you.
I just discovered this was live. I was teasing Andrew that I was going to record it. What? Jeff? Can you hear me?
Jeff. Jeff.
You have a microphone plugged into your computer, Bone?
Yeah.
All right, you see
I hear Bone. I just don't see
I
him.
hear Bone.
I see
and
Jeff.
where it
don't.
shows your name in the bottom, there's a little cogwheel.
Hello
Bone?
from Virginia.
Bone, can you tell what Jeff is trying to say?
I see Jeff. I don't hear
Yeah,
him.
so like down at the bottom of the screen, you see where it shows your that block, like the box with your name on it.
And then I see
Who we got here?
Bone.
Where are you playing?
I hear something going on. Tommy and Miles talking to each other. Does anybody else hear that, or is it just us?
Oh, no, we hear it. It's going through that mouth.
My goodness, are we good? So stinking
When
funny.
it says, it should be muted.
Now we won't hear Tommy anymore. So now it's just us. Can y'all see
Except for Jeff.
Jeff? But we can't hear Jeff. Can the whole world hear Jeff except just
Is
not
he
us?
muted on the side there? No.
That's it? No.
Okay.
He says he's working on it on his end. Where it says solo off, wonder what that has to do with anything.
Solo off should be off. Definitely.
So, want to try that? It didn't do anything. I hope you. Hi, buddy. We still can't hear him. Isn't this just see? And this, my friend, is why we despise technology.
Well, no, this is why you do sound.
I see you, son.
Okay. I think I'm good, man.
Can you tell Jeff what to do?
Yeah, and now can we get Jeff up here?
Jeff ain't in here?
No.
We see him, but we don't hear him. And now he's holding, he's holding something up to the screen. Save me. That's probably what he's holding up. Okay.
Jeff probably trying to do that old fancy mic. I had to disconnect my mic.
Oh, is that what it is?
Jeff, I had to pull the cord, dog. You don't get to be more fancy than us. You use that built-in microphone that Radio Shack gave you.
Well, now I've lost the ability to put us all on there at once.
Somebody said this is a tech support reality show.
It really is. If
Where
anybody
am I at?
move in with me, if there's a man out there that's single that knows about technology, I will marry you. Because this one over here is going to walk out mad at any moment.
I'm not mad. I'm amused.
I know you are. Son,
Totally entertained.
Yeah.
worked on this program all day long. Can you see me?
I see you and Chap sitting right there just fine. Jeff just texted me. I'm trying to see what he said. I'm trying to use the iPad mic. You know? That's what he should. You should be using the iPad mic because I got to use my laptop built-in mic. I
Me
don't get to
too.
use my little funky fresh Yeti.
Now, Tommy.
Jeff, you might have to refresh, like start over and jump back in here with us. Uh-oh. We just split screen. Come on, Jeff. We just waiting on you, baby.
We lost him. And look who else is here. Mr. Chapman.
I see Mr. Chap. He's sitting there like he's the godfather.
I know.
Like
Chapman.
he's Charlie.
Yeah, he's just,
I need a pipe.
he does. Doesn't he look like he's just sitting back in his chair?
Sit back here and hold court.
So, Bone, you are
Yes.
way on the other side of Nashville. How are you, son?
I'm here. I done learned some stuff. You probably shouldn't listen to the Isley brothers when you're sitting at home quarantined by yourself. You start making phone calls you shouldn't make.
Oh, no.
I don't know what happened between us, girl, but I think we can work it out. I am a choosy lover. She's like, excuse me. Oh, I'm sorry. Oh, you married now? I'm sorry. Too much Isley brothers in my system. I'm sorry. I'm just going back down memory lane. That's all.
Oh, that is so sad. It's
Don't move to Lionel Richie. Don't do that.
You know what? I had to go to Lionel Richie because I had to call her back and tell her to stay
Calm
alone.
down.
Now, I got something funny to show you. There's
Oh, Jeff is here.
Yeah.
Jeff, there he is.
Can you hear me?
I
We
can
can hear you, Jeff.
Oh my God.
11 minutes.
trapped.
Broadcast.
We
And we're
did it.
all here.
Y'all, this is
I
so
can't hear you
cool.
guys.
We're good. How are you doing? How are you, Jeff?
Jeff, can you hear us?
I can hear you. I can't hear Shonda.
Okay, I will say something.
Count your blessings, man. Count.
We tried this last night with a guy in California, and we ended up after 15 minutes just leaving.
Oh
Yeah,
my goodness.
same thing. I have terrible internet. I live in the country.
Well, so do
Yeah, Jeff does live in the country.
Tell your wife
Yes, I
to tell
do.
her.
And we're hoping the president will take care of this with the next 14 trillion that he releases from the,
Yeah.
The country folks.
from
So,
the treasury.
so he can hear us. Ask him
So
how.
where's Shonda at?
Shonda right there.
What do you
Okay,
mean,
we're
where?
gonna have to translate. Since you can't hear Shonda, she got to tell me what she want to ask you, and then I'll tell you.
This is be live. This is horrible.
Did you hear me, Jeff?
Yes, I can hear you.
What is what?
Okay.
I just heard your wife say that. What
Your
did
dad's only
This
like
is horrible.
it's horrible?
likes.
This would be
Yeah.
like
By the way, Be Live has 24 reviews,
oh, damn.
and it's a 3-star rating and 24 reviews. Just so you know.
Yeah.
Well, thanks for that. Since I just downloaded the whole thing for $200.
Oh, there's my wife
Look, that's
getting ice cream. Her and
Did
Nancy
you hear
Pelosi.
Shonda, Jeff?
I can't hear her.
Okay. Give me the question so I can translate to Jeff. This is hilarious that the black dude got to translate between
This is
blonde,
what happens
white
when
girl
old
and the
people.
old white man. I got to do the translating. Here we go. This is 2020 at its best.
I just want
This
you
is
to
what
know.
happens when you get old people involved in technology.
I just want you to know. People are cracking up like we're really creating comedy. We're not.
Oh man,
We can't help it.
man! I want to bring my mama from heaven and say, "Mama, you ain't gonna believe how things
gotta
changed
see
in
this.
2020."
This is going to be like
The only way Shonda could communicate with Jeff Allen was through me.
Type,
You're my
type a
backside.
question. I can read the. Well, I can't.
Now you're echoing like something really, really cool. So,
All right.
Nope.
What's the question? Something changed.
I didn't do it.
Can you hear her now, Jeff?
Nope. I've turned the volume up all the way.
I think Tommy must have done that. I don't know why our picture changed. That's kind of weird. I don't care. I
just do
care.
something.
Okay.
I'm going to do a hint.
What's the question you got for Jeff? So I can translate it through these prison walls. I feel like a drug mule. Look, I am a new creature in Christ. I took it away from my old wicked ways. I'm not supposed to have to do this no more. That was the old me.
Okay, I have one more special guest
Oh.
that's ready to chime in.
I see Chapman. Oh my gosh, it's a burglar.
Look,
It's a burglar.
do you know who that is? Anybody?
Oh my goodness. What you think you gonna catch through the computer, Mr. T?
He's in his car.
Everybody,
Mr. T here.
Bob.
I wanted to make sure that I don't get COVID while I'm online.
Uh-huh. You're right.
Okay.
You're right. Where are you going? Look
I've
at
got the
this.
better mask.
He's got the one.
Hello,
Let's
can you
try.
hear me?
I can hear you. I can't hear your client.
Your client.
Yeah, where's Miss P?
I'm
I don't know.
here. I don't understand why no one can hear me.
All right, now my eyes
Neighbors
are
are
exposed.
hearing me loud and clear. Phone, where are you going, son? You're showing all the things. Oh,
In the land of La.
Is that Jeff Allen?
I am.
it's Jeff Allen.
He told everybody log in the same time, and then she didn't show up.
Andrew, why are you in the car going
Now, what is
somewhere?
this eye thing here? If you click on this.
And now you're driving and clicking on all of this. If you're in Beverly Hills, California, and on the road right now,
He just had a wreck.
Hello.
gosh, don't
That's what
say
happened.
that.
He's gone. That's the way it works right there.
Well, here's the thing, y'all.
Break the law. You have to pay the
I'm letting y'all in on this big secret. The reason I've been working to try to get this to it's getting ready.
Oh, there you are.
Can you hear me?
I can. I can hear you.
Woo! You can hear me. Oh,
my gosh.
It's
I lost Bone and Andrew, but now I've got you and Gary.
There's Andrew.
Andrew, seriously. You have on gloves and a mask and a hat and sunglasses. You look like you're going to go rob a liquor store.
Well,
He might have already had
Let me
to.
explain why I all this on, because
Believe me, it entered my mind, but they're closed.
tickets
Oh,
are
actually,
now
they're
on
open.
sale for your fall tour.
There's what to help me with my fall tour.
Well, tickets are on sale
Oh my stars.
Bone!
for your tour, so I
I
figured
see you, Bone!
Okay, I'm back. Okay.
I see you,
And-
Bone!
get sick.
I see you, Jeff.
This
Oh my
has,
gosh!
I pray this is entertaining for
It
everybody.
only took 20 minutes to get this thing running right.
Exactly.
We're gonna
Jeff can
give
hear
a
Shonda now?
solid 3 stars.
Shut up.
Did I
Yeah.
say that we're on sale for the fall tour? Did I say that?
Yeah, Zoom is a lot less
That's
complicated.
not what I wanted to talk about with you, Andrew, is about my tickets and shows. Okay, I know
Andrew, it's a little hard for you to talk about Shonda's ticket sales with that hold up mask on your face like that. It just looked like it's some bad business. Shonda tickets on sale. You better get them. I will be at your house.
First of all, let me just ask, are you in your car alone?
No, I have here. Everyone should meet my sons. Harry, who's driving. Hello.
What up, Harry?
What up, Mr. Harry?
And Harry does not have on a mask, and neither does Leo.
And Leo.
How many people are on this thing?
And so what? So do they have COVID-19 or do you have COVID? And why are you have that on in a car with them?
It's a good question, and I'm glad you asked. They're young.
Release guy.
What is it?
They're still kids.
Andrew,
Hey, Tam,
you're afraid of your own children. You've
where's
been
my
in the
ice cream?
same house with them for a month.
Well, the grater,
Yeah, but they're young.
is it in here?
They have long.
Jeff, you got ice cream?
Did
I
you
do.
not-
I'm going
Andrew,
to start eating some ice cream.
you hear the latest that they discovered this people would have to actually French kiss you for you to get this virus.
Do you think it's safe to take this?
Well, I found out today that the virus.
That stupid thing off in your own car.
What, Jeff? What is it?
What, Jeff?
I found out today on the press conference that the virus cannot survive in high heat and humidity.
Yeah.
Which means come June, I can go back to licking doorknobs in the parks.
Also, every menopausal woman out there is going to be fine.
Yeah.
Just tell Tammy to do a little hot flash and everybody's cured.
Thank you, guys.
You just gonna put the ice cream in our face like that, Jeff?
I am, man. Me and Nancy.
Look, and that is just so look, Andrew's given up. He is now gone. He's gone. That's so funny. I don't know why when it goes like that, it's like hello. So here's the thing.
No, move it. There you go.
Oh, I'm sorry. There he goes with that little.
No, I'm trying to let you get on the freaking camera.
I don't care about it. Here's what I want to tell y'all though. I'm really excited about this because Thursday, evidently we're going to try a different platform because this didn't go very well. So I want to tell everybody this though. I'm very excited about this. Gary and I are going to interview Senator Marsha Blackburn Thursday night.
Well, you might want to do it on Zoom.
You can't look. He's laughing.
Actually, if you get her on the line, tell her that the Wi-Fi in Fairview, Williamson County, that's her county, sucks.
That's right.
That's true.
Tell her to put some high-speed stuff out here. She's got the cash.
No, not anymore. They're giving all the cash to everybody that's out of work.
No, the stimulus package, the next infrastructure package is going to include
Infrastructure, phase 4 through 9.
That's yeah, exactly.
But seriously, because here she came out with this big bold statement about the drugs in China. Almost all of our drugs are made in China,
That's
and
right.
now the FDA came out and said a lot of drugs they just recalled or took off the shelf because they were toxic and showed they were giving people cancer. And I know this is just a comedian's view, but doesn't it seem like There's some really bad stuff in China we should stay away
You're
from.
telling me there are nefarious characters in a communist dictatorship? Not a chance.
That shocks me.
No way.
And this is why it will be so important
Here I thought.
when I talk to the senator, because here
But-
you need to talk to Marsha Blackburn, this powerful senator in our United States of America. And you know what I want to ask her? Where are you going to eat first when this whole thing is lifted?
And next is Fairview Broadband.
Exactly.
Could you ask her a question for me?
Yes,
You've already got one. One
Boxers
question.
or briefs?
boxers or briefs.
Oh, yeah.
Hold
That
her
is
feet to the fire.
Yeah. Get aggressive. I like it.
That's awful. Look at it as he very stubbornly eats this.
I'm trying to figure out you're gonna get cancer from that ice cream you eating so
Rock
self.
Road.
This is
What is
Grader's ice cream. It's all natural from Ohio. It's the Buckeye State.
Well, what's
This is the last of my Christmas present. We got 12 pints for Christmas.
boysenberry? So you're determined to enjoy it in front of all of America right
This
now.
is raspberry, black raspberry chocolate chip.
10 people in America. All right. Is anybody got questions over there, Glenda? Have you heard
They
anything?
all got questions. Let me see
Yeah.
what they saying.
Thoroughly confused.
They're just saying you're funny.
We're all funny, they said. We're all funny. Bone, you're not
Spell-
You
funny.
could take where
He's
you
reading.
I'm trying to read it. We need to stay away from.
Right behind you.
What do you want to do first? And this is
Hey, look, I represent clutter, okay?
Yes, you
I'm gonna
do.
keep clutter, so I'm keeping my house real. I ain't gonna clean up just because we in a quarantine.
Well,
I'm not changing my ways.
son, that's not going to get you a wife.
She has to have something to do when she get over here.
My goodness, that's so sexist.
Unless she want to go up there and tell jokes.
Oh my God, you're grounded from now on. Gary, what do you
Jeff?
think?
Jeff, has your
What?
wife ever wanted to trade places and tell jokes instead of you?
No.
Yes. Have you
You
ever,
can ask her. She's around here. I think she's out on the porch right now.
Jeff? Have you ever assumed your wife was going to just do all the housework while you go tell jokes?
Not openly.
My boy, thank you, Jeff. Thank you, Jeff.
No.
Jeff,
No.
don't leave me just
Yeah.
that.
I do laundry occasionally. I do. I cook.
You
I
better.
cook. And you know how she gets me to clean my part of the bedroom up? She throws it all on my side of the bed. And then I either have to put it away or I sleep on top of it. So,
Well, it's pretty comfy, right?
yeah. Well, I've learned how to sleep on shoes. So,
So, Gary, what does Cassie do to get you to clean up?
You know what? I'm not going to say I've mastered this question, but I'm getting close. It helps if you just purposely over time, over the course of years, prove that you suck at housework. My wife
Yeah.
is so fastidious and so particular. If I do something, she's going to come right behind me and do it
There
again.
it is.
And if you do that enough times, you're kind of
Yeah.
just in the way when you start trying.
Come on, chap. Preach. Preach, chap.
I'm just telling you, it works.
Scratch your face.
It works.
Preach, chap.
I still do the trash. I still lift
The
the heavy.
manly things.
I lift heavy things. I do the grunt work. Outside is my problem.
that's it. I do the lawn,
Yeah.
Yeah, my
do
husband
the
did
weed whack. And by the way, I have to tell you, this COVID thing, if there's one good thing to come out of it, I've discovered that not all weed whacking string is equal.
No, it's not.
You have to buy the good quality platinum string.
Yeah.
I used to watch the guy that did my lawn before I had it, when I had a job and I could pay people to do it. I used to watch the guy that did it and in awe. I would sit in my house and watch this man weed whack my yard in what takes me a day. He would do it in 4 minutes.
With miracles.
And I realized it was the string.
Yeah.
And I am, if nothing else comes out of this, that is an amazing thing.
But Jeff,
I've
let me
learned.
tell you what's so cool.
And I'm
This
learning
what's so cool
Spanish
about you, Jeff.
so that if I have to go into the business of weed whacking other people's lawns, because I can't go back to what I know.
This is what I respect about you, Jeff. You know that saying weed whacking wrong can go wrong so many different ways. You take your time every time you get ready
That's
to
right.
say it.
That's right.
You don't worry about the time. You like, this is what I'm going to say correctly.
When
whacking straight. Everything else is everything up, but
I know when my lips are moving, I know how much trouble I can get in. So I'm careful.
My boy.
Oh my stars. So, Jeff, when are you going back to work?
Well, I just got a notice that it may be May 15th in Loretta, Tennessee. They haven't canceled.
That's awesome.
That doesn't mean it'll be open, but I also just got a 5-page email from my manager that somebody wrote about entertainment will be the last thing on the list of openings. So that was really heartwarming to see.
I think we're going to need entertainment more than ever. And you
have that person's name? Can I go visit them?
Yeah.
Pull up for their yard. No, that's too expensive. I'll do something else. No.
In their house.
Oh, that would be cruel.
That would hurt.
That would hurt.
I'll weed whack his lawn.
Yeah.
But let me. But I do think it's going to be an interesting time when we go back to work, because I got a call today. I was supposed to have the surgery, and then it all got pushed aside. Now I'm going to have it in May. Well, now they're saying when you go, you have to wear a mask, and whoever comes with you will have to wait outside. And I'm like, really? I got to roll the gurney to the car myself. There comes a time, I believe, when here he goes with this Trump mask. You can't see this, but it says Trump 2020. If you really were a Trump follower.
My mother-in-law made this for me, and you can have one for like a mere $79.99. I think is what they're going for.
No, $79.99. Well, all that to say, they're saying that some restaurants are going to open. Are we going to have to take our temperature before we go in and sit down? Are they not going to
have to do it before you sit down, because those thermometers.
Look, and the comics just look at you deadpan. That was such an easy joke.
Yes, of course. I took it.
All the comics going, really? But here's the thing. The tables are going to be further apart and all of that. But there has to come a time when you go, the flu season is about this bad. The flu season's terrible. I know 98-year-old asthmatics with diabetes that are prone to that COVID will kill. They don't usually come to my show anyway.
Right.
And so I'm just saying there comes a point in a time when fear is regulating your life more than anything else. And I don't want to give in to that. I went to Walmart the other day. Not everybody, but most people had a mask on and I didn't. Is that wrong? Because what I understand is the mask is for the people that have it, so that you don't spread it. And then today, the news comes out today that says people would actually have to sneeze right straight into your nostrils for you to get it from there. And when it lands on the surface, it doesn't live more than 45 seconds or something, like whatever they say. What they say, Linda? How long does the germ live when it lands?
Like a minute.
Like less than a minute. And so all that to say, we've gone through the gamut of, now you got to clean all the surfaces. I think it was just the government trying us to clean our houses.
Well,
get us to tidy up a little.
They were trying to get us to tidy up. But all that to say, there has to come a time when we go, okay, I'm not going to live in fear anymore. Now, my worry is, if I don't work, there's a whole lot of people that don't make a living. And this was terrible. What I got really teared up about the other day is when I work, I tithe. I haven't worked in months and months. And I won't get a paycheck for a long time. And so, Lord, I want to honor you. And how do I tithe with nothing? So I can tithe with my time, giving back like that. But all that to say, I just think we're going to get to a place where we're living so much in fear, and we're not relying on the goodness of God to just go, okay, let's go back to work. Let's go have fun. Come, come listen to Bone. Come hear Jeff. Let's enjoy some funny, and relax just a little bit. Are you worried, son? You're in that bracket of, and you're in that bracket of diabetes and the worry of you can't get something. It's going to be harder for you to fight it. Are you worried?
I mean, I'm not worried, but I'm trying to be smart about it.
Right.
If I gotta walk home and I see a bunch of dudes wearing a bunch of red jackets, I'm gonna go ahead on and walk the other way. I'm gonna go an extra mile home. I'm not gonna put that on Jesus. Like, hey, you get me through this alley. Like, you know what? You got choices, Bo. You ain't got to go through there.
Right.
I mean, even in the Bible, I don't remember what part, Jeff, you might can help me with this one, where Jesus told his disciples to go around this particular area. Don't worry about going through there preaching the gospel. Go around there. Now, my own personal single dude, I think it was some women in there that Jesus know the disciples couldn't handle. And he was like, you need to go around them because the gospel's going to get lost with them. And I'm just like, sometimes you got to go around Vegas to get to Utah. You don't go straight to Vegas to get to Utah from California. So I'm just like, want to be smart about it. I'm not going to walk around and just not do what I know God wants me to do. But I am going to try to do it within his wisdom and, simple respect for people that if that's their thing, like, I really don't, that's cool. Don't come to the show then. But as for me and my mama house on the Pierce, we telling jokes up in here.
Yeah.
There's people that need to laugh. And if they showed up, that means this quarantine has did something to them that they are like, I need a Jeff Allen laugh tonight just to settle out. I need what Chonda and Bone do so I can settle out. So when you tell me I can't go, but I can go, then I'm going to choose to go. And those people are going to get what they're supposed to get.
Right. I love it that when during the Vietnam War, the thing that emerged huge on television and that got the highest ratings was the sitcom, the situational comedies, the Tonight Show. The ratings went through the roof during wartime. People were longing to be entertained, and so I'm like you, Jeff. When I got the whole email that concerts and entertainment is going to be the last thing allowed to be going, I'm like, really? Those are some of the things that really could use some encouragement, especially. Well, that sounds very judgmental. I don't mean that ugly, but the Christian concerts, especially, where you are bringing a little hope to people.
Every time we have something massive that happens, the first thing they run to is World of Clean and Christian Comics. We need them right now.
I've done as many interviews off the road as I have on the road. People want to talk about laughter. People want to talk about depression. What about you, Jeff? What's been going on with you all this is going on?
Well, I got an interview tonight with a friend of mine from California who runs an event once a month. He has concerts at a place called the Upper Room.
Oh.
And,
I did it last week.
Oh, that's right. You were there. That's right. So Ron Strand
Ron's amazing.
Is going to interview me tonight. And then Tammy and I have been doing our version of Saturday Night Lives. We've been interviewing couples. We've been trying to get the spouses of the entertainers on camera so that Tammy can ask them all the banal questions. So Tammy can ask them all the benign questions that she gets asked. Must be a joy living with a comedian. He must be a laugh riot, especially when he wears the clown shoes to bed. And last week we interviewed Russ and Tori Taff.
I saw some of that. It was so good.
Yeah, they're great people. And this week, I think we're going to interview Leanne Morgan and her husband. We're trying to make sure her husband is willing to come on camera.
Wow.
So that'll be fun.
Yeah.
And then I think the following week we have Phil Kagi and Bernadette, and I was going to ask Gary if his wife would be willing to come on camera. And,
Oh, she'll do it.
And then we'll get Chonda and Bone. They can pretend to be married, and since they work so close together.
Well, that's disgusting. That's like
Yeah, do you see how your bandwidth started messing up when you said
My
that?
bandwidth.
and we don't
My bandwidth is corrupted as me. So.
You know, yeah, all the couples. I will say, well, I'm not even gonna say it because it just makes it all about me. But isn't this not all about me anyway? But that when I first tuned in a couple of times and it was the couples and all that, and I was like, okay, I can't watch this. It's like Bone saying, I can't listen to this particular music when I'm all alone because it just gets too hard. Yeah,
You're the Isley brothers for her.
Yeah.
The Isley
In other
brothers.
words, I really wanted to say something else, but because I love Jesus, I'm not going to say that because you're covered for
But
just
Jesus can read your thoughts. You know that, right?
But he still loves me.
I can hear him. I can hear his voice going tisk, tisk, tisk.
Yeah. Yeah, that was my grandmother. What are you doing in this for your artistry?
You know, I just keep playing. I'd wind up doing this stuff.
Yeah,
I
so
just
what
keep
have you been
playing.
doing besides this? You're online. I know you do your hymn stuff a lot.
Yeah.
You haven't watched Gary Chapman do all his favorite hymns.
But it took me a few days to put that video together. The
Onward Christian Soldier.
thing.
Did y'all see the Onward Christian Soldiers thing?
No, why wasn't I given that link?
So sorry.
Well, it's on my Facebook page. I'll send it to you again. You got to see it. It's amazing.
Okay, great.
Yeah. It just make you weep. But we finally, I think, got it into the hands of Otis.
Yeah.
Otis Campbell?
Yeah, Otis Campbell.
We're hoping
President of the United States, Otis Campbell.
I hope he'll retweet it. We're just trying to get him to retweet something. That would be really, really cool. To tweet anything. So what else is going on in y'all's lives? What besides being out of work? I know you're doing the couples thing. Bone, are you doing anything online besides?
Oh, I didn't realize that was Jack. I was like, what is going on?
That's not Jack.
We have 3 dogs, and a leaf must have blown by, and when one starts barking, they all start because they don't want to miss it. Gary will appreciate this. It's like going to a jazz club. If you just start clapping, everybody else claps because they don't want to think they missed something.
Yeah. They heard the changes.
Yeah.
Oh, that's hilarious.
Well,
Go ahead.
One of the things that I still think, but like what you said is real, is like when we get in times like this, the easiest, quickest relief is somebody that can be funny to get your mind off of it. So I've had a couple of people from my connects from Hollywood reach out, and they was like, hey, we need to come up with something about you, because when we come out of this, they're not looking for dark comics. I mean, not dark complexion wise, but dark.
I agree. I agree.
They're looking for light. They say they're gonna look for lighthearted comics, and they're gonna ask about, do you know any comics that we trust, that they know how to be funny and they not taking stuff to dark places. So they told me to start really thinking about some stuff. This thing is called a log line. And a log line is, Bone, I need to be able to sell you in 15 seconds or less. Like, I don't need a 5-minute clip. I don't need them to try to see you live. I need to be able to say, there's this guy, Bone Hampton, and when they say, who is he? I need you to tell me who you are in 15 seconds or less so I can get them to set up a meeting. So that's something I've been working on.
Wow.
How do I describe Bone Hampton in 15 seconds or less? Other than Chonda's son and Jeff Allen's best friend. That's my say.
So
that's how
you
get booked at churches.
That's not working. That's my whole dating profile. Evidently, it's either too long, too short, because I get nothing. Not even in a quarantine does anybody want to email me. Not even when the thought that all the other women in the world could die. Let me reach out to Chonda Pierce. No, I get nothing. I hate men.
That's her 15-second pitch right there.
Well, it made my heart go all a pity pat.
I hate that thing. I hate men. Boys are yucky. They've been yucky forever.
Yeah.
Yeah, it is. I have gotten all my closets cleaned out. It looks good. I did, full disclosure, I did make a wonderful, delicious dinner for my son a couple of nights ago.
Oh, that was something
We had
special.
some throw down home cooking that I love to do. And then he took about a half of a cow home with him. But
That's the best thing about going to dinner with Chonda. She don't really like leftovers, but she like to cook and watch the people she cook for eat. And I am a great participant of. Let me show you
that's
how
great.
to eat all this.
yeah, every time my boys come home, I cook like the whole church is coming over. I hate eating leftovers. I know that's horrible, but I mean,
I eat like the whole congregation of the church. So
I will call my sons. Well, at 8:00 in the morning, what you having? Oh, leftover roast from last night. I'm like, oh, that's so disgusting. But they love it. That's it. I sound a really ritzy. I'm not a ritzy person, but I don't know why I've always been like that about leftovers. It just always seems weird to me.
I don't think that's really as much of an economic thing as people try to say. I know a lot of people that ain't got a pot to piss in and they don't eat leftovers.
See, thank you. That makes me feel better then. When this is over, a lot of us might not have a pot to piss in.
It depends on what they're leftovers. We
Mr.
had Tammy made some crab cakes tonight, and we didn't eat them all.
You guys get royalty, and you're a businessman.
You don't get royalties anymore.
That doesn't happen anymore.
No.
So you eating the leftover crab cake, or do I need to come over, Jeff? What's up?
No, we're eating the leftover crab.
Oh, okay.
I'm not.
Okay, I thought that was an invitation to come out there to the country.
No, we're eating them.
No, you can't come. We're eating them. That's funny.
No, you can't make.
You eat leftovers, Chap?
Yeah, because
it depends on what they are, but yeah.
She's thinking I'm getting huge royalty checks. No, thanks to the streaming solution and illegal downloads. My regular, mailbox money, this is going to take me to the beach when I'm old money, is off 97% in the past 10 years. It's gone. Yeah.
Because of the streaming and all that.
Yeah, nobody pays for music anymore. So
well, I thought about that as I listened to Pandora and Spotify and all that. Well, I do pay. I pay.
Oh yeah. And I make the last Spotify check I got was $6.07.
You got a whole $6?
Yeah.
I don't even comics. We don't even get
I got
a stick of gum.
Oh my god!
I got a 24-cent check from my evening at the Improv the
There
last
you go.
time. So
man, I got a 2 cents.
It costs more money to mail it with a 32-cent stamp than what the check was worth.
I got a notice from the state of Rhode Island that somebody's trying to draw unemployment I've never heard of in my life.
Well, you just ignore that. I need a check.
Wow.
Well, here's my thing I was wondering. I think because everybody's been trying, well, not everybody. If some people do it very naturally. But me, I think the whole media world is going to change. People are going to be a little, sketchy about going into a movie theater. Concerts are going to be different. As we well know, there's YouTube TV now that I've been watching The Chosen, which is an absolutely fantastic series.
Yes, it is.
It is absolutely fantastic. But I think the way people do talk shows, the way people do everything, this coronavirus is going to change the way we get information and the way we get entertainment until Jesus comes. I think we're going to have to find new avenues. And it's weird because we were talking about that. I never want to throw an expense on to my fans that I love so much, who've given me everything that I have, and yet I don't know how to entertain them and not get paid for that. So it's like I don't know that we in this room, we don't have internet shows where you have to sell advertisement and you have all that. But there's going to come a time when out of necessity, we're going to have to figure out how to monetize this thing that everybody else does
Let me
on
ask
YouTube.
you. Let me ask you a question.
Yeah, I need to
I'm
know.
going to interview Chonda for a second.
That'd be good.
So your normal fan is probably going to try, if you have any normal fans. Just kidding. No, I'm not normal. That's why I'm here. So they would probably pay by the time they go and gas ticket.
Go get a bite to eat.
Whatever
right.
you charge them for the T-shirt. What is it? $50 minimum, maybe 100.
Oh, I hope not 100.
But
Never.
50 safe.
Maybe if they go out to eat and all of that, yeah.
Right. So if those same people can't go see you in a theater, will they not pay you $4 a month to sit here and entertain you
I don't
every
know.
week?
I don't know.
If they would, your income stream probably goes up because more people would be prone to do that than to take the night.
Really?
Yeah.
Well, I don't know.
I could be wrong. They'll tell us.
I don't know. Yeah, you guys need to chime in on that. My manager, who's really wonderful, who was all cloaked a moment ago, he's wonderful, but now he's paranoid and scared of the world. But all that to say, I think there comes a time when you don't, for me as an entertainer or whatever, you don't want to be you love providing them live entertainment and all that. That's what we do. And I don't mind that because I know when someone buys a ticket to see Chonda Pierce, they're also giving a bus driver a job. They're giving a sound man a job. They're giving ushers in a theater a job. They're Branches Counseling Center. That, I support Branches Counseling.
Okay, here we go. I would pay. I would. Yes, I would pay. I would pay $4 a month. Every single person. Look at it.
Everybody saying yes, I love this.
Yeah.
Really?
I just solved your problem. What do I get for it?
I just want you to know that I'm going in at $1.99 a month.
Come under it.
This is capitalism at its best.
Market, baby. It's the market.
Online right now.
Oh my stars in heaven! That's so funny.
And for $2 a month, I'll let you watch Tammy bake some crab cakes.
Sign me up.
Yeah.
I'm cool with Tammy too. So our conversations are so dope. I want to hear what our conversation is while she making crab cake. That's worth an extra $1.98 right there.
But
That's
she's
right.
over in the corner there. What are you doing, Tammy?
She's getting ice for her wine.
She's trying to hide.
It's non-alcoholic wine because we're believers,
Paying, so
Because I heard Jesus turned the water to non-alcoholic wine.
Don't get me
Wait,
wrong.
let me
You know my story.
let me turn my cup around.
Oh, yeah.
This might be wine cup.
I believe that cardboard box was from 1997. I think it was an aged box that
That was a
came out.
very good month.
Yes, it was a good month for boxes.
Cardboard box. I love you guys so much. I love that such honesty. That's what I had a little podcast thing today with some Pure Flicks.
Oh, I know those people.
Pure
Flicks. That's a company or a podcast or something.
It's a big old company.
I know. I can't get arrested by some of those people. But I think I am honest. This is what he said.
Bone, are you checking for zits or something?
What?
You look like Tammy when she's in front of her mirror and the she's like, oh, my wife has a mirror that magnifies by 100 and she's got 75,000 watts of light, so she can't miss anything. Peak fuzz, nothing.
I got one of those too, and then I finally gave it up because I realized no one with natural eyesight is seeing what I'm seeing anyway.
Right. Why torture? I'm not going to torture myself.
I was trying to read.
I got wrinkles. If you put dirt in them, you could grow plant life.
Oh my goodness. And Becky,
but I'm proud of them. I've earned them all.
I would give my eye teeth to see you in person.
Who's IT?
Somebody said they give their eye and their teeth to see you, Chonda Pierce, in person.
Oh, that's so sad.
We got a guy that'll give $3.99 a month for you.
Go!
I think
Well,
What time is it, and when will will this madness be over? What I just said. That's what I just said. That's what
I'm going to have to use the potty soon. It's been almost an hour. I go every hour.
I'm proud of you, Jeff.
Oh,
I
wait.
am proud of you that you have made it this long.
All right,
Jeff.
this is descending into the depths of.
Bidding's going the other way. We've got like you're saying, I would pay more.
Whoa!
I'm like,
I told my manager one day, I'd like to have a Chonda app. He goes, what for? I go, I don't know. I just want one.
Now I got interested.
Oh, what?
We would pay more if you would partner with GW Chappie, that's me online.
Somebody asked me, will Gary Chapman please go on tour with you? And I go, I don't have enough money for that.
No.
I need whoever asked that to go back to where they came from. Stop trying to take me out my job.
Sean,
Got his own job.
you will always be with me. And we can add Chappie. I need you out there because we need reinforcement because sometimes he's mean. I wonder if Kathy Gifford and
Who did you say?
What was the guy's name? Harry. What was the guy's name?
What?
What was Kathy Lee and
Regis?
Yeah.
I think he was nice to her.
He was mean. He was very mean.
That's nice.
Yeah.
He was nice, thank you, Tammy.
No, he was nice, but he was caustic. He was. That was the deal.
Is this what you're being caustic?
Yes, look it up. It's a big word, I know, but just look it up.
I said, somebody said, you always have these comedians and then always you have Gary Chapman. I go, because every good comic needs a straight man.
That's true.
It's true. But I will say, Gary, are you singing? We're
No.
almost done. He doesn't even want to sing about Jesus. That's our closer. Listen, Tammy is laughing so good. I hear her. Tammy, stick your head on the camera. Just
Oh, I can't.
She can't. She went to her mirror and it's not camera presentable.
Oh, wow.
It's,
That's funny.
well,
actually, she brought her mirror to Israel and it broke. And she just ordered a new one off of Amazon.
never want to break a mirror at the Holy Land. There's something really weird about that.
No, it wasn't the.
By the way, is the Holy Land open now?
No.
No.
No, I will say this, Jeff. I talked to our guy, David Towle, the other day.
Oh, how's he doing?
Yeah, and we had a long talk and trying to figure out ways to help support them. All the tour guides, the
Right.
bus drivers. Tourism is the #1 moneymaker in Israel, and now it's a broken system. And so David and I were talking about trying to do some kind of virtual tour of the Holy Land where only like a handful of us go over there and they do all the historical stuff and then we do all the goofy stuff of going, yeah, we did this stupid thing while we were here. And we thought that was, which we all have them because we went to the Holy Land together last year.
Right.
Well, yeah, the hard part about that is how will it be beneficial to them monetarily? How will it lift them up so they can pay their rent and help feed their children? And what we decided, well, at least it would create an awareness that nothing beats being where Jesus was. Nothing beats that, And even in this moment of fear, and here's the Shonda Pierce transition, even in these days of fear and worry and being frightened, nothing beats a good hug. I talked to my girlfriend today, and she said from Memphis, and she said, I said, I'm already making a list of where I'm going to go eat when I can, because y'all know I don't cook very often, so I like to eat out. I made a list of that. She goes, no, I've made a list of all the people I want to hug.
Oh, that's nice.
Yeah.
And that is what this virus has stolen from us. That's what the devil has used this virus for, is isolating so much that we have forgotten the human touch, and we're so afraid of it now. And I want to tell you, if you're going to be within 10 feet of me when the okay is to leave my house, you better be prepared, because I'm going to hug everybody I see.
Well, I want to hug Bone.
Well,
I'm going to hug both. I'm going to hug you, Jeff, even though you're mean, and I might hug Chappie.
We'll hug you.
I never hug him when he comes in. We just barely like, hey.
a weak high five
Hey.
at best.
Hey.
Yeah. Air five.
So Chappie's going to take us out with the song. It's been good to see you, Bone. I love you.
Love you.
Love you, Bone.
Love you, Jeff.
Love you, Shonda.
Love you
guys.
guys.
Love you, Gare.
Love you, Chap.
See you later.
Bye-bye.
This is not going to go on forever.
No, you're right.
And then even after this is gone, this is not going to go on forever. And that's wish my mind wouldn't argue with my heart. It splits the day apart into time well spent and time just thrown away. Wish my heart would please make up my mind. Wasting so much time. Gotta catch a glimpse of how it's gonna be. When finally I look inside your eyes and see reflections of yourself in me, the way you always said it would be. When finally I'm loving you like you love me, it happened oh so easily. I looked inside your eyes to see. Finally, the day to day just keeps on spinning round, playing mind games with the ground. Can we stop this time, or must we go again? I see you standing, waiting just outside. Come and get me off this ride. I wanna lose myself and be in there with you. When finally I look inside your eyes and see reflections of yourself in me, the way you always said it would be. When finally I'm loving you like you love me, it happened oh so easily. I looked at you and it came to me. And finally I look inside your eyes and see reflections of yourself in me, the way you always said it would be. When finally I'm loving you like you love me, it happened oh so easily. Looked at you and it came to me. Finally.
Good to see you guys tonight. I hope you do well. Have a great week, and we'll see you next Thursday.